So this is a great moment. You're a legend across the country, and here I am, right, face to face with you. Well, I've heard that expression too, but
Walden Dean Whiteway. Very pleased to meet you, Walden. Or do I call you Dean?
you better call me Dean.
Progressive Conservative candidate for, what a name, Winnipeg-Selkirk.
Well, that's a new riding, it's Selkirk.
Oh, Selkirk, Manitoba.
Yeah, and speaking of Selkirk and speaking of Scottish, I'm disappointed.
Oh?
I was promised that today being Robbie Burns Day, that I would come here and you would look like a Scotsman. And instead I come here and you look like you're from Bay Street, Toronto. I really am disappointed. You've got whatever you call that thing in the bag over there. So you haven't even taken it out of the bag yet. What do you call that? Not being a Scotsman, I don't know.
That's a sporran.
Oh.
Matter of fact, little story to tell about that later. However, Dean, I'm not a professional Scotchman. I'm a Canadian who's been here a long time, and Robbie Burns is my hero, but he doesn't bring that much of an audience, so we don't make a great big fuss about the wee man that was very fond of a dram.
So in other words, when you're on radio, it was okay, but now you're on television, you have to look the part, right?
You've got to be a Canadian.
Okay.
After all, we're going to have a Conservative government.
Right.
And if one wants
True.
to get on, one's going to have to be terribly well-dressed and look the part, right?
Right.
Now, so you should see me when I get off there. I know you have a little surprise for me, but first, what's on tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have Herb Gray
Oh,
and
Liberal Maverick.
Dan MacDonald, the Veterans Affairs Minister.
I've never, ever interviewed the Veterans Affairs Minister. However, what is this surprise you have for me? Said he's shuddering.
On this appropriate day, I thought perhaps you'd like to have this.
What is it?
It's a sporran.
What is a sporran?
A sporran is a...
It's an article
Piece of
of clothing.
sealskin.
No, it's an article of clothing worn by a kiltie in Highland dress.
That's right.
I think we don't know who sent it, but we think it came from somebody connected with the BC Pipers.
Yes, and I
Let me
think
see
it was
it.
very...
It's not a bad one. Not bad at all.
Will
But
you
there's
put it
bad
on?
news with it. The BC Pipers, where am I, have reason to believe that war should be declared with the United States. Because if you take one of these made of sealskin across the U.S. border, they're liable to confiscate it, because it's a breach of their laws. I never knew a better reason for war. Happy Robbie Burns Day, tomorrow 9 a.m. precisely.